with it. Alright, so I played a gig at a place called the Night and Day in Manchester, and it's not long after I'd written the song, and this girl come up to me and she was like, I need to talk to you. It's like a busy, noisy gig, and she was like, I need to talk to you. So I was like, okay, let's, not I want to or hi, it was like I was like, okay, let's go outside where it's quiet. We went outside, she said, do you mind if I tell you a story? I was like, no. She said, I was at a festival with my boyfriend, I had this bag of MDMA, and we was kind of living out this song. And the thing that, I think the reason this song is so popular is everybody's fucking done the story of the song. And everybody always tells me about how they did it. So I thought I was going to imagine how this conversation was going to go. And she was like, me and my boyfriend, we did these things, you know, we did all the MDMA, we went back to the tent, and he got out his guitar, and he played MDMA Amazing, and he said he'd written it for me. And I was like, what a legend. He's thinking on his feet, man. Got a fucking song for this. And she loved it. She thought it was a brilliant song that she'd had written about her on the fly at a festival. You know, this guy could just fucking freestyle it out. So obviously they stayed in touch, like, and then actually turned into like a real relationship. They both lived in Manchester, it's like a real relationship. And I think when they started meeting up, that would have been a good time for this guy to be like, by the way, that song. But he didn't do that. What he did is he took another one of my songs. He changed my wife's name to her name. And he said he'd written that about her as well. He's not such a legend anymore, is he? He's like falling out of the legendary status. And she was just like, so she really liked it. She liked that song as well that I'd written for my wife. And and she started singing it to her friends, my boyfriend, somebody, and one of them was like, you need to listen to Bees on Toast, I think they're his songs. And she looked me up and she found out not only that had I written both of the songs that she thought had written about her, I was playing in Manchester where she lived that very night. And she was like, right, I'm gonna go. She hadn't even spoken to the fucking guy who'd been robbing my shit. She just come straight down to the gig, dragged me outside and said, I need to talk to you, and then told me that. And I was like, and she went, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, I'm not gonna be your fucking boyfriend. That's not how it works. And she went, what do you want to do? And I was like, let's ring him up. And the little limp dick prick didn't answer the phone. But I left a great answer machine message. I was like, hi mate, it's Beans on Toast. I'm here at the Night and Day with your girlfriend. The one who you told her all my songs are about her, and she's found you out. And I was like, and you could have written your own fucking songs. It's just G, C, and D. And then I woke beneath a tree in the pissing down of rain. The pretty girl had disappeared with her MDMA, and the festival was over because everything was closed. There's just abandoned tents here now and people going home. Well, I miss my lift to London. My money's all been spent. I've even lost my mobile phone. I think I'm fucked. And then from out of nowhere, bounding across the field, smiling like a summer's day, comes my pretty girl. But she bought a cup of tea for me. She kisses me on the lips, and then she whispers in my ear, she's bought some liquid acid.